Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the update for yesterday, which was Monday, May the 10th of 2026. So I did work at the store. It was an 8 to 5 day, a self checkout shift. Um, I believe this shift actually originally belonged to a gal who just went on a leave of absence for some type of medical situation that I am not aware of exactly what it is, and it's none of my business. Um, but this person's been with the company for 10 or so years, and I'm not sure what they're going through, but obviously, I wish them the best as they were going through it. So, anyway, it was an 8 to 5 shift, but it was scheduled to be a self checkout shift. And, I don't get scheduled for those too often, but all right, well, whatever. Um, and by the way, my mom is still in town. You might actually be able to hear scratching noise. That is mom's cat, Oliver, who you can see him right there. Hi, buddy. Um, and she's still here, as is he. And but again, it's just about 5 o'clock in the morning here, a little bit before. Mom's asleep upstairs and thus being a little bit quiet. Oliver, of course, doesn't care about being quiet because, well, that's not something he does unless he chooses to. But anyway, but it was a self checkout shift, and there was something really, really weird going on with self checkout today. And I don't know what happened overnight, but in all the years that I've been there, I haven't seen this particular thing going on. And some weird tech issue. And um, it's almost like it was spreading from one machine to another. And it took them a bunch of hours to figure it out, like tech support. Anyway, for that reason, during various periods today, like self checkouts were shut down, and I don't know. I still don't know what was going on there, but anyway, because of that, most of this shift for me became a bagging shift. Um and I think I mentioned on a couple of other occasions that if they would let me get away with doing almost nothing but just bagging, fantastic. I actually really enjoy it, and so no complaints from me. In my opinion, that was a really good day. Um, but and I don't have my tripod or little ring light or anything here because I'm downstairs again. I'm still in the middle of this renovation on my well, renovation is not the right term, but basically throwing everything onto the ground in my bedroom and then sorting out what goes where and taking a bunch of stuff down to the garage, and basically the same thing I've been doing in all the other rooms, but this time it's the garage, or this time it's the bedroom, or my bedroom, and there's a lot in there. So that one's going to take a while, but while mom's been here the last couple of days, kind of been focused on, well, other stuff. Um, and not being in my bedroom, where, among other things, there might be junk on the floor for that little guy to find and eat. I can't point like this. But anyway, um, but for that reason, I ended up focusing more on other things than cleaning that room. So I've been kind of lounging on the couch there. That being said, I'm gonna scroll over here. I mentioned in yesterday's video that thanks largely to having mom around a couple of days, um, my cleaning project, at least in the downstairs, has made a ton of progress in these last couple of days, like a ridiculous amount. And Mom is awesome. I Now that's not to say your mom cleaned your house for you. No. Um, Help tidy up somewhat. Yes. She is the queen of clean, and things do magically get better looking when she's around, absolutely. Um, but I wouldn't say it's completely fair to say she did all this, um, because of course did did a lot of that just myself while sitting there talking to her. But it does keep me inspired to keep going while on while when I'm on my own, tend to get distracted, YouTube or God knows what, and not get as far as fast. So it's been a very beneficial couple of days. Um, Mom is going to be heading back over, and I'm going to be heading over to Central Oregon with her, dropping her off relatively soon. And But it's been definitely been a nice couple of days, and I'll tell you more about taking her back home here in future updates. Anyway, and being able to spend Mother's Day with her was also awesome. So, moving along from that, a couple of things about work. In addition to the self checkout issue, I've mentioned a couple of times in the last week my beloved colleague Carla from the complaint refund service counter, whatever, the gal who trained me to do that back in '04, who's retiring on Thursday. Anyway, because of this whole thing that I'll be embarking on while I'm taking my mom down there, and then have a teaching day, a couple of teaching days there this week. Anyway, after oh gosh, having known her for 26 years, this was our I'm sorry, 22 years. This was our final shift together. So Carla, have a great move over to Utah, and I hope retirement is as amazing for you as it's been in your mind, as you've been probably looking forward to this for many years. So Godspeed, my dear, and stay in touch, please. I know you watch these videos, so it's been a pleasure, and let us all know what's going on with you, okay? Take care. All right, so yeah. So the other thing, and I want to keep the focus of the day focused on my beloved colleague. That being said, there's one other story that I can't let this video end without mentioning, and that is I did help push carts for an hour, from 2:30 to from 1:30 to 2:30, and we have these machines that dispense Pokemon cards, which if you're um my generation or the generation above me, um Pokemon is a little like Nintendo game, and Pokemon cards are trading cards that are based on this game. And grown-ups have gotten involved with this big time, and we have machines that sell these things, and they're on like limited time lot. There's all sorts of stuff that goes on that's way, way, way too like convoluted for me to understand. And so I'm bringing in a row of carts, and there are three grown adults in a pushing, yelling, shoving, screaming, F-bomb dropping fight in front of this Pokemon card machine. And one of them has a young kid with them who's there basically seeing all of this. I didn't see how it started. And just like fights that go on in like classrooms with like first graders, I didn't see it. I'm not getting in the middle of it. I'm definitely not a mediator, nor are our staff. But the fact that like our world seems to have come to this, like, seriously? And this went on and on and on and on and on, like several minutes of a fight over these kids' games at a grocery store. Seriously. All right, well, have a good one, and we'll talk to you later. Ciao for now.